a wild, hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not a Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my, now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know, you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the Loch Ness. You can proceed with precaution, give the proceeds to my god kids. Older on my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop kick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talk about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get them comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not a Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my, now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know, you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know, you're short a few. Oh no. Hey, Pete, let it ride out.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And some room to roam now. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Over!
Fournette, a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now Hunt, and he stopped immediately there. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in a run game, no gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look left to throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
They run with Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll set up to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone. Watch him now, Barney. Gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
A toss play to Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
Right back to him on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Detroit, Detroit.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Detroit, Detroit.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Leopard, gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Leopard, Leopard. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case,
there he goes left side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Leopard! Leopard! Over! Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Gun!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Final 24 seconds of the 1st half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Steps away. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down. Gun! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
He'll look to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. They'll throw. That is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll drop to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, try to give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Through an opening, and there he goes. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Throw now in his own end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Back to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Back to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
All right, now, look at 56.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 5 seconds, 4 seconds.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Baltimore, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
My business on the front page. Headlines. I threw prescription in Dior frames. Sunshine. I had the vision back in 12th grade. Lunchtime. That I be killing with Dr. Dre.